120.
Race 2 of the theater style final here in the 49er FX. We've got 3 race series. This is the second one. Sarah Steyart from France is in the lead by almost 20 points. She's basically got this wrapped up. And in second place, we've got a tremendous battle between 4 teams. Here's the scores right now, and that's the 1 minute to go flag. So in second place on 81, we've got the Italians. On 83, we've got the Francis Peters, the British, and Brazilians. And on 85, the Danish. So all 4 of those teams are battling hard to see if they can pick up a medal here with 2 races to go.
And we have, Ben, we have 2 boats battling for the pit end here with about 40 seconds to go.
One of them is tied on 3rd place, Francis Peters.
Francis Peters.
And it looks like the Brazilians are flipped over onto port 2.
Got about 25 seconds here.
They'll be coming right at us, so we can... Sarah Steyart's going to come right off the pin here. And she's got Jenna Hansen from Denmark just above her.
We're just under 10 seconds here.
That's it. Puff of smoke and we're off.
Start.
It's quite light now, lightest we've seen all day. A little reverse.
Here we are on this port boundary. You can see there looks like there may have been a bit of a left shift here. You can see a bunch of boats on port tack actually. There's definitely must be a left shift because the boats are aiming just at the bottom of our boundary, and we've got a heck of a lot of them on port tack right now. So, interestingly, the French are getting pinned out to this left-hand side.
We're starting to see the split in strategies here. The French, our leaders, have locked in on starboard. Everyone else had to pull off their line. They've got the Brazilians on their hips. So again, another less than great start from the Brazilians. They're really in this fight for the medal. Julie and Sarah tacking. Nice solid tack, very consistent. Sarah's a 1997 laser radial world champion, and
so she knows her way around a race course, doesn't she?
Here's Jenna Hansen and Katja Everson, 5th place right now. Got locked in and pinned out to this port ley line. At least they will have a clear lane. Nice boat handling there.
Excellent tack.
But on the far side, I'd say our leaders are going to be the Swedes, Eriksson and Klinge.
Yeah, that's
Italians also got a lane, along with the other Brazilian team, Juliana Senf. Francis Peters tried the port tack option, and she's
got clean air. That's what
she's
we can
got
say,
clean air, but
she's in a great position.
She's not in the gain line seems farther ahead on the other side. Sarah Steyart just had to duck Charlotte Dobson on the far side. So the right side seems like it's doing a little bit better, especially early in this race. And Charlotte Dobson isn't even wasting any time. She's gone back out right. A little bit of a heel up on that tack. And there's Klinge.
Yeah, that's the Swedes.
Actually, the Swedes will be behind the Italians. So
I think they'll have to duck.
The Italians have actually been the class of this field all week. They just had 3 terrible races in a row yesterday.
Yesterday, that's right. I think they were in the 20s all day yesterday.
They were leading by 14 points with 2 races to go and had 2 25ths.
Miami can be a punishing venue.
It sure can.
Got a green flag from the umpires on the course. So is Klapsich going to be the first at this mark?
I mean, Steyart is there still. She's still in the game. She's been farther right, and she's had to tack again. So yeah, the Italians will be ahead.
So I think the Italians will come out quite well here, won't they?
Even Senf has had to tack again. That's Hange Klinge on the far side, the Swede. She's probably on ley line, but the rest, it'll be a pile up for second with Julia Conti, Francesca Klapčić having a great start to this race just when they need it. They're in a lot of pressure in second place right now.
They're in great form at the moment, Ben.
Yeah, they're in a really nice spot here. This could solidify their silver medal very nicely if they're able to hang on, especially since none of the other challengers are having particularly good races right now.
And it's a nice redemption from yesterday's ghastly performance.
Oh, Eden Marie, spinnaker
hoist,
full
spinnaker.
before they get it up.
Yeah, that's cruel to the crew.
Jibe set for Juliana Semp from Brazil. Here's our leaders. Oh, jibe first set from the Brits, but they haven't been able to get their spinnaker up. Charlotte Dobson's also jibe set.
The Italians in fine form here, approaching the ley line.
Yeah, they're
Just
about
a
to
bit
go
under,
for their
I'd
jibe.
say. It's okay to be conservative when you've got a lead like this.
Really nice jibe there from the Italians.
Fine form.
Great heel through the jibe, very consistent arc. Here's Eden Marie. Struggled a little bit on that hoist, but they've got themselves into a nice spot.
So it looks to me like the Italians are setting themselves up to come back left, if I'm not mistaken. Which will be interesting.
And here's Grail and Kunz, tied for third right now with the Brits, Francis Peters.
They're pushing this boundary.
They sure are. They're
taking
going
right
all
to
the way
ley
at
line,
us.
aren't they? And there they go. They're off. Slow exit to the jibe, but not too bad.
Oh, trouble there from Charlotte Dobson. She's had to do a crash jibe, and Singapore's just run into her wind shadow. The winners of the first race, Jenna Hansen and Katja Everson, find themselves at the back of the fleet here as all the girls start running over each other's wind. We'll see if Jenna and Katja do it, throwing another jibe. They're really on the ley line, though. Through the leeward marks, Italians are through nicely. French through into second. Looks like Juliana Semp from Brazil is going to be in third, followed by Eden Marie in fourth, as they rounded the first mark. Swedes look like they're a little overlaid, but they're going to go through and go straight round. Oh, little rough boat handling there. No, they go for the jibe, so they were overlaid. Could be costly. Oh, Swedes having a little bit of tough rounding there.
I think they'll be okay. They've got good positioning, so.
Jenna Hansen managed to squeeze through two boats at the bottom of that leg, so she's now up into eighth. And Charlotte Dobson has just leave-out Juliana Semp from Brazil, so lots of place changes here as Martine Grail ducks them both and heads outside them. That's all on the very far side. Up in the foreground here we see Sarah Steyart and Julie Bossard sailing very smoothly. They've got the Italians above them trying to make sure they don't get too much separation on this course. Breeze is up again. We've got it up to about 8 knots, maybe a little bit of
nice
pressure on the left.
Side, Ben.
Maybe it's a header as the French going to attack immediately when it hits.
I think you're right. That's a left shift. The Italians look down just about 5 or 10 degrees at the moment.
They've really closed a lot of the distance as the Italians tack.
Safely inside, though, Ben. They've got positioning.
Yeah, they're safely inside, and they didn't punish the French. They didn't tack right on them. The French were able to get through to leeward, no problem. But the way Sarah's been sailing, I reckon she isn't satisfied with second place. She looks like she's trying to take the Italians on here.
Who wouldn't? These competitors have a fierce desire to win and to succeed. Second stop on the World Cup circuit. I don't think anyone's willing to give an inch just yet. Early days still.
Just keeping an eye on this battle for the bronze medal now. Here's Jenna and Katja. We saw them pass a couple boats just at the leeward mark, but it doesn't look like their moves on this beat have paid off. Looks like they've sailed their way back into last again. Meanwhile, the Brazilians are battling it out with them. And
meanwhile, the Danish, it looks like, have taken the lead.
It looks like it, yeah. That's Eden Marie. Found some magic on the
to
far
duck.
right side.
It's a duck and then attack. That's a slow maneuver for the Italians, but equally slow for the French.
We'll see if they're on ley line, Trevor. What do you think? They look like the Danish look like they're really struggling to make this mark.
They're going to get around. It's going to be slow.
Yeah.
Looks like they're teabagging the crew. No, spinnaker's on its way up.
But
I'd say they salvaged a nice rounding out of that.
Yeah, they lost about 2 or 3 boat lengths, but got the position, which is all that matters. Wow, Italians staying aggressive, going for the jibe set. Surprises me a little bit, but the right side did pay on the upwind. Straight set from the French. A little bit of trouble with the spinnaker.
and they'll be off momentarily.
And the Danish here don't waste much time and get back to that far side where they had so much success. French coming right at us. Back of the windward mark, Frances Peters going wide around.
That's a pinwheel rounding right there. She'll be in a rule situation. She'll have to keep clear of all those below her. Luckily, the breeze is light enough that that's not an issue.
Really has gotten quite a lot lighter.
Got a whistle from the umpire. There's a red flag.
On the Brazilians.
They're pointing at someone.
They're pointing at Martine Grail.
I don't know if she sees it. Does she see it? She might be so focused on her own race. Oh, it's the Danish.
Oh, it's the Danes. You're right, and they're doing a 360.
And that's a risky maneuver with the spinnaker still up.
Spinnaker
like
up 360.
They just barely got past head to wind. I think they'll be okay. That was actually a risky, but I think a good maneuver, a good choice.
Yeah, they pulled it off. They pulled it off, but that does put them back into last in this race, so their medal hopes are fading fast. Two girls whose medal hopes are high right now, two teams, are the French and the Italians, locked in a battle for second and third in this race. And Charlotte Dobson, GBR 22, has made some gains here. But not enough to make any passes, I don't think. So that's the win for Eden Marie. Followed by Sarah Steyart, who's assured victory. Let's go catch up with the French who have now locked up victory.
Yeah, will this cement the French into the championship position?
High fives from the girls.
We'll be there momentarily.
Pretty. Charlotte Dobson coming through into fourth. But the real story is a victory. They won the North Americans last week, came out here, showed the fleet who was boss this week. Congratulations, girls.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hard work out there?
Sorry?
Is it hard work?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Well done. Oh, Danes jumped in the water here to cool off, I'd say, if I had to guess. They were the ones who had to do that big maneuver. Laura, can we get a quick look? And here's our provisional scoreboard with big lead, and then moving up into third place is Frances Peters, GBR8 on 88 points. We'll be back to you shortly for the final race. Still all on for second and third place.